Hi, welcome to my channel. Oh shit. What's it called? Oh god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Hi, welcome to my channel. Time to get real. My name is Erica, and this is going to be all about getting real about plastic surgery, about fake stuff, so you get it. This channel is all about me and all of my personal experiences through all of my different procedures. I've had a couple different ones. I've had 2 BBL, had a breast reduction and a lift, chin and neck lipo, and then throughout the years I've also had filler, Botox, my teeth done as well. So yeah, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional. I just have work done, and I'm going to just talk about things that I've gone through personally, answering any questions that I can. I had no idea where to start with this channel. I was like, I have so many different things. I don't know what people want to hear. I don't want to just sit here and talk about things that no one wants to listen to or hear about. So I decided to start an Instagram poll that allowed my friends and other people that were following me on Instagram to ask questions about any of the procedures that I had done. I listed everything out on my Instagram, and then, just kind of give people like a guide as to what I can and can't answer. At first I was really nervous about it because I was scared that no one was gonna ask any questions, or they're gonna think that I was like weird, or I don't know, for just wanting to talk about things that I've had done over the last couple years. But then my friends were really encouraging, and they said that plastic surgery is a really big thing now. It's super common, and I have a lot of insight that I can share. So yeah, looking at the questions on my poll on my Instagram, a lot of people were asking me about my chin implant, which I actually was not expecting. I really thought people were going to ask me more questions about my BBLs because they're super common. People were asking me about my chin implant, so that's what I decided my first video was going to be about. It got the most questions, the most inquiries, so if you ask any questions, I hope you're tuning in, and I hope I answer them with clarity. So pretty much how I'm going to go about this is just answering questions that were asked of me specifically. Oh, sorry, this is from I don't know, I guess I had a dry spot when I did my self-tanner, and I also have, I don't know, disease or something, so just ignore that. Sorry. One of the first questions I was asked was what started my journey. I don't know if the person meant specifically for like my chin journey or like my whole plastic surgery journey in general, but just to answer the whole plastic surgery part, I started dancing when I was 19, and I guess I kind of fell into the norm of getting my body done. My first 2 procedures were BBLs. I got them done 11 months apart. I can talk more about that in another video, but for now, that's how it started. Yeah. Now, when it comes specifically to my chin, what started that journey was I've always had like a really recessed chin, and that's just kind of a term that I believe injectors mostly use. Pretty much my chin was going like back, or just there's nothing coming forward basically. And so when I include my pictures, you can look and see, and you'll literally see that there was nothing in this area. It pretty much went from my lip kind of to my neck. Like there's nothing really there. And also, to be fair, it does look really, really extreme. Like it does look really bad because I was also getting lip filler done at the same, like before I even touched my chin. And if you know, like I was not balanced at all. So it looks like even worse than what it was. It wasn't first pointed out to me until I was in high school and I was doing competitive cheerleading, and my coach said to me, he's like, "Where's your chin?" I said, "Huh?" He's like, "You don't have a chin." I was like, "Cool, thanks, thank you, thank you." I know it's really what started, my self-hatred. Yeah, no, just kidding. It's not that bad. It's all good. We love it here. So, while I'm discussing my chin implant, I'm also going to get into the liposuction part because they kind of go hand in hand, and I got them done at the same time too. So I just feel like it makes sense to talk about them both. So, my chin journey started off when I started getting regular filler. You know, I knew, okay, let me just try to start a foundation in this area, just keep building off of it, building. Um, it was my very first injector, actually. Which just goes to show how much I just don't listen or how long I really put this off. But this was about 3 years ago. I was getting filler and I'd already spent at least like $1,500 just on syringes. When I show you the pictures, you'll see the very first transformation. So it was that first injector who was like, you know, this is going to be a really long process to get to your goal. And she also worked for a facial plastic surgery center, so I guess she kind of had a different kind of insight to me that I was probably going to continue to spend a lot of money just trying to get my chin to be a little more projected. And so she had recommended a chin implant. And at first I was very hesitant because I was like, oh my god, an implant sounded really scary. And she's like, girl, you already had 2 BBLs, like one of the most dangerous surgeries twice. And I'm like, okay. The only thing that was scary to me was having something foreign put in my body. Don't say nothing. I know BBLs and other kinds of surgery are both surgery, but at least with the BBL, it's nothing foreign going inside of you. And the second reason why I was also hesitant was because, like I said, I was only getting filler at the time, and the thought of having something more permanent in my body. Well, first of all, filler is not even permanent, but you know what I'm saying. Having something permanent in my body was like really, it kind of threw me off a little bit. It made me like really nervous because I was like, you know, what if I don't like it? What if the chin is too big? I'm gonna have to go and have a whole other surgery, go under anesthesia again, just to get this thing taken out. So that's why I was only trying to get filler, because at least with filler you can dissolve it. I don't want to say easily dissolve it because it's actually really painful. I had my lips dissolved and it was awful. Also ignore my hands. I did self-tanner today. And I'm really messy and I don't like hairs. Like, as long as the majority of my body is. About a year and a half later, I had already booked a surgery to get my boobs done. I wanted to get them smaller and lifted because in a video when I talk about that, they were huge, like ginormous, huge. So anyway, I was already getting that surgery taken care of, and I was thinking in my head, you know, I don't really want to go under anesthesia too many times. I already went under twice. This is my 3rd time. The majority of the cost is just anesthesia. So that's why I try to knock out as many surgeries as I could under one, you know, anesthesia round, however you want to call that. So yeah. So while he was pricing me out for this surgery, I asked him, you know, are you able to put it in a chin implant? He told me yes. And then he also, at the time, he was the one that actually recommended getting the chin and neck lipo because he said it's a really good combination. It really helps you get like very noticeable results. It's going to be like super chin, cut chin. And then another question was also, how did I pick my doctor? That's how I picked my doctor. I don't know if that was probably not the best way to pick him. He did a good job, but yeah, that's not how I just picked him because I was already getting my boobs and he was able to do a chin implant, so I just went ahead and did that. Yeah. Okay, so another reason why I wanted to get my implant done, I wasn't gonna have to continue getting fillers. This is just gonna be like a one and done type of thing. I believe the average for a chin implant is anywhere between like $2,500 to about $3,500. Obviously, there's gonna be some that are more expensive, and then some people that do it cheaper. Like I said, do your own research. I believe I was quoted at $3,000. You know, there was the small size, the medium size, the large size. Before I picked, he had advised me to go bigger than I think that I want, because what happens is a lot of people end up regretting not going a bigger size. This is actually one of the cases where like you fall in love with the swelling, which we'll get to my post-op things after this. So he advised me to pick the biggest size because I'm probably gonna end up wanting to get more. So did that. Procedure was done. Everything went fine. Well, I woke up, they put the bra on. They put my my head wrap on, like a Velcro kind of thing. It went around my head like this. The bottom part had cushion on it. I don't know if the cushion was for my chin implant, like, you know, to kind of have like a little pillow, or if it was for my liposuction area, where, as you know, you're supposed to keep that area compressed. nice and tight so the fluid doesn't build back up and stuff like that. So yeah, so I was wrapped like that. And I had no feeling really in my neck or around my chin where I got the liposuction done. It was really numb, and that just happens when you get liposuction. I could actually feel the implant like on my bone. It was very uncomfortable. I could actually, even to this day, I could still like feel where the implant, where it goes from like my jawbone to like where my implant goes. Actually, like, so this is like my jaw is actually like sitting on top, so you can feel that little bump right there. It was, I noticed it really I noticed it a lot when I first got the surgery, of course, because it's something I've never felt that before, but nowadays I really don't feel it like that. It was really hard to sleep. I was in like a lot of discomfort because the wrap, I could feel it rubbing on my implant, and it just hurt really bad. It felt really like raw and very sore, and so anything touching this area was very uncomfortable. The pain pills helped me sleep, but I was only able to sleep for about 2 hours at a time, like in 2-hour increments. This bottom part of my mouth, so you know, I can like move my lips and things like that, but at the time, since you know the implant goes here and then you have a bunch of nerves, they were all like paralyzed for a little bit, so I could only like move my mouth like this. Nice LBS.
OBS.
Oh, he's so hot.
He's wearing the Ariats.
The Ariats. He's so hot, Haley.
Is this a filter?
No. Do you know him?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just couldn't really talk very well. So over time, eventually I was able to like move my mouth normal again. It took a couple weeks. It was very weird at first. And it's crazy because I mean, I knew this was one of the risks, but I didn't actually regain full function of like all my nerves. It's not that noticeable. I really didn't even notice it until like a couple weeks ago. One lip like able to move down more than the other. So if you already noticed it, don't say anything because I think it's not that noticeable. But yeah, so so this lip kind of comes down a little bit more than the other side, and then when I do this, it's really bad. So yeah, it was something that I already knew was gonna be a risk, and like I said, it's not even that bad. Hopefully not. I don't think it's that bad, but you know, I could be wrong. I am very happy with having my chin done. The only thing I would say is I wish I got a bigger implant. I'm not sure if there was a bigger implant. I didn't really ask. Me personally, I wanted more. Very happy with it. I do wish I had more. I will show you like my befores and afters, but if you want to look now, this is my chin now. This is, you know, it's the chin. So lastly, someone asked me to compare chin lipo to Kybella. Personally, I've never had Kybella. This channel is me speaking on my personal experiences, me getting answers from my friends who have had things that I haven't had done, not necessarily me teaching you guys stuff. You know what I mean? Like, just talking about things that I've gone through. So I personally have not had Kybella. I never considered it, mainly because my when I first started dancing, one of the first girls that I met had told me that she just got Kybella shots put in, and it's like bioacid, I think is definitely an acid, but I think it's bioacid, that they inject, and pretty much it kills the targeted fat in that area. And I know it's a couple shots. I think it's at least 6 that goes under here. And she had told me that it burns as it's going in. Just hearing that it burns, that scared me enough. So yeah, no, that was a no for me. And so, like I said, I didn't really look too much past it. Another thing too, now that I've actually had liposuction done, is I like having like immediate results. While yes, there is swelling after you get liposuction, it doesn't last too long, and it's not as noticeable, like at least not here. Whereas with Kybella, I think it takes like a couple weeks and stuff for it to actually start dissolving the fat. I wanted results right away, so I chose to go the liposuction route. So yeah, and at least with the liposuction, I was under anesthesia, so I didn't feel it, and that was another pro for me too, was not being in any pain. I don't like produce lifelong results, so that's that. that I am going to speak on because I am not a doctor. And next week I will be talking about my breast reduction and my lift. I got a lot of questions about that, and then I also got questions comparing what I got done versus getting implants. So make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. Bear with me, I'm getting used to doing all this stuff, so if things sound a little weird or out of order, just go with it, okay? It'll get better over time. When you comment, let me know if you have any questions about things that I talked about today or things I'm going to talk about next week. I hope I wasn't too awkward. Bye.